as far as your situation, you have walk away from dishonest associations, realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness, something that's not worth the effort. And traditional tarot, this would be swords, and it's all about, our thoughts, things that we're thinking. And it's really about, things not going our way. You see, he's got all these snowballs built up to have a snowball fight, but his friends left, they walked away. But things not going our way because you're being guided onto a better path, a new path, something that will be successful, because this path that you were on is not filled with integrity. People's intentions were not pure. So, you could be coming from a place of kindness. Your intentions could be pure, but theirs is not. So these associations with these people, they're breaking that. They're trying to get you to start new associations with people that do have integrity, do have high morals, do have compassion for others, trying to get you away from negative people, negative individuals, negative groups and organizations that lack principles and honesty, trying to release you from those who don't share your ethics and values. Because the situation that you've been in is not worth it. They are not on the same page. Okay, for a lot of you, it's like a company, organization that you're involved with. They don't have scruples. They don't have values. They don't have integrity. They're lacking that. And you feel as if you're in this battle. I have the Gilded Tarot, and it shows these people competed. They're actually competing. There's 5 of them in traditional tarot. And there's these 5 men, they're competing. But it warns to be aware of what other people's intentions are, and also be aware of any unfair advantages. But it's really, walking away from a dishonest organization, a dishonest association. Things that really are not worth your effort because they have something better for you in mind. And I think for many of you, you've been wanting to make this change because you have 2 5s. 5s are all about change. So you have been, and you even have 23 that boils down to 5. So you've been wanting this change, but it has been a long time coming, because underneath it on the foundation, you have the wheel, which is 10. And at the bottom, it says delays are over, sudden or unexpected good luck, a new car or travel. And you see like Goldilocks spitting her hair. But the wheel is all about, truly the delays being finished, done. It's now magical time, and things are really moving forward into those changes that you've hoped for, that you've longed for, that you have wanted. You've wanted the wheel to move forward. You wanted things to move, but you've been stuck. And this is about good fortune, the heavens smiling down on you, having full support, having all around good luck, a lot of synchronicities and signs that things are moving, the momentum's moving, things are picking up. Getting the answers to your questions, because a lot of you've had a lot of questions and a lot of things that you didn't have clarity on. Like you wanted things to move, but things were not moving. And you weren't getting any information. You weren't knowing, so she's like looking to the future, looking forward, kind of like, what in the heck is going on? Why is it not moving? You didn't know why things were moving. You didn't know the answers. You didn't know what the world was going on. But things are changing now. Doors are opening, things are moving, things are shifting. Your luck is shifting. Progress will be made now. But you do need to remain optimistic. Now, the interesting thing is, because again, those of you in the situation, you want to end this. So maybe it's a job you want to leave, a company you want to leave. You've been trying to break free from it, but you have been stuck. We have the scales. Some of you have been stuck because of something legal, like a legal battle with that company, that organization, your employer, or some dispute. And it's taken a long, long, long time. And you've wanted to leave, but you've not been able to until this legal matter dispute, this thing while you were working through that. And it has taken some time. But again, this is the foundation that has led to the current situation. So things are now going to suddenly start swiftly moving forward for you, because the wheel is fast. But you have had to stay in this organization, this situation where you were standing firm in your values, in your beliefs, in your integrity. You were coming from the right place. Some of you were doing things to try and help other people. You were going to battle for other people. You were fighting for other people. So it could be maybe you're a whistleblower or something, and something went wrong with your company, and you're like, oh no, that's not going to happen on my watch. So maybe you got into a legal battle with your company, or you shared the truth of what was going on, and you're trying to make things right to fight for other people. But it has been a long, long, drawn out, cold fight. But it's about to change. You're about to get information. Things are about to move forward. And it's going to be fast. So for some of you, you've been waiting for months or years, and all of a sudden, it's going to move, and it's going to move fast. So for some of you, it's going to be done this month. You'll finally be freed this month. Which is what you want, the thing that's holding you back. You have 5 of Autumn. And let's see. See, we have one cold dog getting in the way. Let's move her. Let's put their blanket on the ground. Maybe they'll leave us alone. There we go. Okay. So you have 5 of Autumn. Reach out to others for assistance. Poor timing for a career change. Feeling challenged by money issues. And this really is, needing help, but feeling like we're not receiving help. But we're not receiving help because we're not asking for it. Because, like the angels, they can't step in to help us unless it's a life or death situation, because we have free will. So they can sit and watch us all day long struggle, but until we ask that they please come and help us, they can't do anything. But you have a lot of help. You're surrounded by help. You have everything that you need. They're giving you a lot of signs to try and help you. But for some of you, you're just so frustrated because this has been going on for so long. It's like, see how the head's like downturned? It's like you're not even noticing the signs. You're like, I can't do this anymore. I'm over it. But you're fearing the worst. You're kind of upset. You're afraid more difficulties and delays are going to pop up. But when we have those self-fulfilling prophecies and those thoughts, that's what happens. That's why they're self-fulfilling prophecies. If we think those things, that's what's going to happen. So you're feeling challenged. You're feeling alone. You're feeling like this is never going to be over. But it will be. It's like you're ready to move on. You're like showing this water. It's like rippled, like water drops are hitting it, like tears. Some of you, if you like put blood, sweat, and tears in this, and you're just, because it's raining. So you're to state that you're worried and you're distraught, wondering, when's this going to end? When do I get to start a new beginning? Why can't I move forward? So a number of you, it could be work. And you can't leave that situation at work yet. Maybe you want to start a new business, or maybe it's also just you want to have more fun and free time. You want to do things that make you happy, but you're in such a state of sadness and sorrow, and it's almost like some of you are just like immobilized, because it's like looking down, he's leaning on this cane like, oh my gosh, I just can't take another step. I feel like I'm drowning. I feel like I'm going underwater. But you're not. You're not. You have a lot of help. This can also be representative, being challenged by money. That's why for a lot of you, this is something tied to work, to career, to money, to organizations that make you money, finances. But you are not alone. You have a lot of help. That's what's blocking you, is you do feel you're alone. You do feel that it's just very rough. It's not moving forward. You're stuck. You can't do the things that you want to do. But that's really in changing our perspective and looking at things differently. Now, as far as what is unknown, you have another major arcana. It's 8, Justice. And at the bottom it says, take the time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end. Fair and objective decisions. And this is, really is justice. It's sticking to our guns, sticking to our principles, trusting that the opinions, the thoughts, the beliefs, the synchronicities, the signs that we are receiving are indeed correct. Not allowing people to talk us out of our beliefs, our priorities, the things that we want, the outcome that we desire. Knowing with absolute certainty that things are going to turn out in our favor. Being clear on what we want, standing up for that, and knowing that we will receive it. Some of you are like an advocate for the truth. You are of a pure heart. Because if you look, these little fairy twins, they're staring at the Excalibur, the sword that, people could only use it, could only touch it if they were worthy of it. And they were of a true heart, a pure heart, coming with pure intentions, pure love. Some of you, you're in this situation because you do have pure intentions. You are doing the right thing. Some of you, you're trying to help other people. You're trying to set things straight. Your adversaries, the people who are thwarting you, trying to stop you, slowing this process down, they are not of pure intentions. But things are about to be balanced. Things are about to be balanced. Because the past deeds and actions and things that you have done, which are of pure heart, are determining your now, determining your future. So they are determining what's going to be occurring this month for you. So don't feel like it's hopeless, like you're stuck in a situation, because you're not. You definitely are not. And it is, they're saying for some of you, justice will be served in September. So for some of you, if it's a legal battle, you will be receiving information about that this month. Now, let's move these. As first, what is recommended that you do? The first card you have is optimism. I allow my feminine nature to shine brightly as a valuable part of my identity. You see, she's holding this baby, and this is, because Mother Mary, she was strong. She was also feminine. She was very sweet and loving, but she also was clear about her duty to serve God and what she was here to do. And we all have a feminine side. Men, women, we all do. And it's coming into balance. It's allowing ourselves to access that feminine side. And also, allowing others to access it. But the feminine side of our nature it's loving, it's warm, it's nurturing, it's intuitive, it's caring, it's tenderness, sweetness, softness. It's also receptivity. So in order to receive help, you have to open up to your feminine side, receive their assistance. Also with intuition. So a number of you are getting signs and synchronicities and steps. They're trying to divinely give you steps of what to do next. And for some of you, they're just also trying to give you signs and information that, hey, this is almost over. Get out of your state of sorrow and feeling that it's not going to work out in your favor. It's almost done. But you're not noticing those signs because you're not open to receiving that. And you're not open to your intuition, because the feminine is also all about intuition. Our spiritual gifts, that intuition that we have, that knowing, it's tied to the feminine and receiving those signs. So they're saying allow yourself to receive signs, receive information, and also to receive some help. Because they are trying to help you, and they're saying for some of you, you also have other people that are trying to help you. Allow them to do that. Now, as far as optimism, at the bottom it says, I expect good things to happen, and they do. So they're saying for a number of you, you do have to shift your perspective to knowing that good things are going to happen, good things are going to occur. This is going to turn out in your favor. Because they're saying that you're at that 11th hour. You are at that critical mass point. You've been waiting, you've been stuck forever. But something is about to occur this month for most of you that's going to very rapidly jolt things forward and bring things to a completion. So it's like all this time of waiting to just suddenly, rapidly, almost instantaneously be done. But when you are at that 11th hour, because our thoughts do manifest. So, you know, if we are having those self-fulfilling prophecies that, oh my gosh, this isn't going to turn out in my favor and I'm not going to get what I want. And this, you know, I did all this and it's for naught and I'm going to lose money and whatever the fears are, if you're allowing them to overcome and overwhelm you, especially in the 11th hour when you're about to see the results of this, and this is about to come to a completion point, you don't want those negative thoughts to manifest. So be positive, be optimistic. Know that you are going to receive everything that you deserve, everything that you want. Know that it is going to turn out exactly as you expect and you want it to turn out. And then sit back in September and watch that happen. It's interesting that this is at the center because they're saying this is the focus of things that you should be doing in September. It's peace. And it's freedom from attachment, radical acceptance, harmony, coming into like literally complete harmony where we create prosperity, we create abundance. But it's all created by us just being in a state of calmness. Just being there is all we need. And despite everything else that's going on around us and how we fear that things aren't going to turn out, because a lot of you your head's spinning, your thoughts are spinning, you are starting to get some signs and some information, but you're now at the point like, oh my gosh, how's this going to work out? Is it going to be bad? Is it, you know, do I have to do something else? Did I miss a step? Did I overlook something? Be at peace. You're kind of at that point where that aircraft is just coming on in and it's hovering, it's getting ready to touch down with the landing. All you need to do is just be there and be in a state of calm, a state of peace. And for some of you, you see you see this olive branch? This white dove is bringing in this olive branch. Some of you were done very wrong by this organization. This organization did something ethically, morally, illegally wrong to you, towards you, against you. And for some of you, they did it not just to you, but to other people. You see how it's almost kind of like a Joan of Arc. Like she's going to battle for other people, and now she's being crowned for her sacrifice. So she sacrificed and went through hell and all this stuff to help others, to be an advocate for others. Also herself, but others. And it was a sacrifice. It was long, it was hard, it was difficult. But now she's being crowned. She's now being rewarded for that. That's where some of you are at. You're about to be rewarded for what you have done, what you have sacrificed. And also for what you have been put through. So for some of you, you're going to be receiving some type of legal settlement. And so the organization is extending an olive branch to you for all that they have put you through. Which then in turn, who knows, maybe it's money you're going to receive and you'll start a new business. You got this little egg, it's glowing, it's got a star in the middle with someone's face in it. But you're going to get clarity, the clouds are going to clear. You will have a completion. This is going to come to an ending. It is going to end in your favor. Be at peace, be at calm, and know it's going to work well. And you will be discovering that this month. Now, Archangel Michael, he wanted 2 cards to come out. He actually, this one was from the top, and he's got one from the bottom. And this says, use your imagination and you'll see the answer. And at the bottom there is a prayer. Dear God, thank you for granting me the wisdom and creativity to see your miracles in new and unexpected ways. I gratefully and gracefully accept and appreciate your help and describe the situation. And this really is about our prayers being answered in unexpected ways. Receiving messages and guidance that's like unexpected. We weren't expecting that. Also releasing any preconceived notions and beliefs and views and perceptions that we have. Because sometimes, you know, you may think, okay, there's no, say somebody's like, oh, whistleblower, and it's, you know, them versus some big corporation. They're like, oh, this is no way this is going to happen. They're going to brush it under the rug. They're not going to deal with it. They're going to continue to do this wrongdoing stuff. You know, I might as well not even attempt it. But you're surrounded by angels and divine that want things to be done correctly. They want things to be done ethically. Because in a situation where it's like a big company and a whistleblower, this is, you know, they could be doing something that's affecting millions of people. Or thousands. But God and angels don't want people to be treated wrong. They don't want wrongdoing to other people. So you may think, oh my gosh, it's just me. I'm going to be fighting alone by myself. This isn't going to help. This isn't going to do any good. But you'll be surprised. Because God and the angels, they have way more resources than you ever realize. So those of you that are in some situation that you've had to fight, like you had a lot of signs and synchronicities in the very beginning that you had to do this. That you had to move forward. You had to put in that fight, no matter how far-fetched and outlandish it seemed. Like you didn't have a chance. You didn't have a prayer to make any of this work. You do. And they're saying for a number of you, you're about to witness that. And see that, because some of you, it's also not only did you have this big battle to overcome of, oh my gosh, I can't do this, I can't take this on, I can't fight for this, I can't go through this, but because it's drug on for so long, you're beginning to think, well, maybe this isn't going to happen. Maybe this was all for naught. You know what? Maybe I was totally wrong. Maybe I took the wrong step. Maybe I screwed up and I took the wrong turn. I'm rethinking this whole thing. You did not. They are going to bring it to a culmination, to a completion for you. You think there's no way it's going to come to completion and there's no way this is going to work out in your favor, but it's going to. But you don't have to do anything. They're taking care of it. You are safe and protected, and so are your loved ones. At the bottom it says, Dear God and Archangel Michael, thank you for watching over me and my loved ones. Name specific individuals. Please help me feel secure and at peace, and fill me with faith so that I may focus on my priorities and enjoy a healthful, happy life. You are protected. You're protected by God. You're protected by the angels. You're protected by Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is the protector. He is the #1 warrior. And for some of you, it says though you've had to be a warrior to fight this battle, to go through this. But this card is also telling you it's time for you to relax. It's time for you to relax. It's time for you to let go. It's time for you to just be. Let them take it from here. You're safeguarded. You are watched over. Know that Archangel Michael is protecting you. You are protected. Nothing's going to happen to you, because some of you are fearful that now something's going to happen to you. So like maybe it's a company or something. Again, for most of you, there's some wrongdoing that was occurring, and you went to go and fight against that wrongdoing to you and others, but you went to stand up for what's right. And now some of you are like fearful, like this A isn't going to work out in your favor, or B, there will be like some retribution or people coming after you, or like trying to fire you. Like sometimes if you're doing something in a company and you're trying to fix things, you know, sometimes people will have them come after them and try to terminate them, or some of you have some fears like that, but you don't have to be afraid. There is nothing for you to worry about. This battle that you've been going through, those of you in the situation, you know that because it was divinely orchestrated. You were divinely led. They are congratulating you because you have taken all the steps that you've been guided to do along the way. Now you are at the point that it's just time for you to sit back, trust, and let them bring it home. And again, it's kind of like an aircraft. You can be going through a ton of turbulence, and then all of a sudden, you know, turbulence is throwing your aircraft all around while you're flying, and then all of a sudden you come in for your landing, and the wings settle out, everything slows down. Instead of being tossed about, suddenly you're like smooth. Those last few seconds before you touch the ground, the wings are level, everything's calm, and you touch down. You are at that point where you have been going through storms, you've been going through turbulence, you thought for sure a wing was going to be knocked off, you were going to lose an engine, and you were going to spiral to your death. It's been a hellacious flight. It's been horrible. It's been miserable. It's been long. It's been difficult. It's been filled with trials and tears and tribulations. But you are now coming in for landing. You are coming in now. You are at the state of hovering. You are in those last final seconds before you touch down. Things are now smooth. Trust that. Know that. Let go and let them take care of everything now. You've done your part. Time to let them do their part and bring this home. And for most of you, they are going to do that this month. Because they're saying the time has come. It's time. It's time to complete this. So for some of you, this is karmic. This is some karmic cycle. It's time to, they're saying it's now time to complete that cycle.